You look good. You look cool.
I think I look cool.
You look cool. You look very mysterious.
Do you want to hold my little hand? Andrew, how you feeling?
I feel okay.
Yeah. Andrew has buzzed sides of his head. I think it looks wonderful. Video listeners, you're loving his haircut. You're tapping away. You're on the keyboard. I've never seen a more handsome man. And he did it himself. I can't do anything myself. Oh, yes, that's the coolest thing you've ever said.
I do. We'll put a bookmark on the witches.
The witches are like, okay. Put a bookmark on us. Fine.
I would love to be bookmarked. Okay.
I'll bookmark you. I don't know what that means, but I will.
Yeah.
I feel like I have bookmarked you. What is happening?
I don't know, but let me finish my haircutting story.
You go there.
Bookmark witches, bookmark lasagna. Got it.
Please tweet it. Okay. First of all, he should have never shaded the physics of your hair. I adore the physics of your hair. They're actually, I would say that the physics of Andrew's hair are pretty mysterious and interesting, and I would even say druid-like, magical even. I have a story right now that is so absolutely insanely inappropriate that I probably should never let it leave my lips, and for some reason, I'm thinking about expressing it on the podcast.
That's great. Bookmark that. Witches, lasagna, inappropriate story. I'll wrap this up really quickly. This is a shade-free podcast.
This is a what?
This is a shade-free podcast.
Actually,
I said it right the first time, and why are you pretending that I didn't
if you
say it
play
correctly?
it back, if you play that back, or if people rewind it, you will learn that you did not say it right the first time. You said Sage Sea Podcast.
This is a shade-free podcast.
Is there something crazy?
Fine, we'll do it right now. See if it's the same. See if it's the same.
Okay.
No, sorry. All of this weight on the situation, and then that moment comes where it's like, haha, not even close. Andrew
gets really, something about Andrew's personality type is he gets really hyper fixated on these little sort of things that should go right, and they can mess with them. They can like really kind of mess with your trajectory in your mind and stuff. Whereas I think we have such radically different tuned versions of that, and it's so funny.
We're not doing this whole charade.
Wait, what do you mean?
No. I'm not doing this.
What's happening?
Because you got a bad haircut once. And let me just say, I heard about it quite a bit.
No,
yes, I did.
didn't get a bad haircut.
My hair looks stupid.
I didn't ever say that.
I don't even want to record.
No,
Jeez.
I did not say that.
At least my hair will grow back before next episode.
Multiple.
Are you serious?
Multiple qualms with the haircut.
Yes. Then let's call this
There's
episode.
footage somewhere.
Please, can we call this episode Exposing Garrett Watts?
That was weird because one, no way was I losing weight at that time. I was like working nonstop, eating awful. Hadn't seen
that was
any
a dark time.
Any amount of I hadn't seen any weight or treadmill. No way.
Yeah.
So that was BS. Then I realized I was like, there's no way that this is a real thing that's happening to me because this seems like out of a really bad movie.
Yeah.
I was going to tip him. I was going to go to the point where I go to pay.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Look at Andrew looks like a handsome nerd, and I look like, well, just normal, but I put a tie on my head. Oh, also I have a little lemon. Isn't it nice?
Really good smelling lemon.
Oh, bone spider snacking on a lemon.
No, he's protecting it. Oh, that's actually funny.
Oh, that's incredible. Oh, Andrew. Do you want to know why?
The quiz.
Yes, Andrew. It's their 5 minutes. Exactly what you need in terms of vitamins and supplements and all the good things that you love. Whoa!
This
is what Care Up does, baby!
I've taken my vitamins.
You see, Andrew and I speak from experience.
That sounds like an objectively good deal.
You're not correct about that. It is an objectively good deal, and people can get it whenever they want. You want to get back to the podcast right now?
That was a mess.
I'm learning how to talk. I'm a baby, after all.
Back to the podcast before we do something even weirder.
Before we keep on being us. Let's get back to us being us, even probably worse.
3, 2, 1. Whip sound.
I've been canned from a lot of jobs, Andrew. But I answered that question honestly. When they said, what's one of your weaknesses? I said, I show up late to stuff all the time. It's like a really bad habit of mine. They still hired me. What?
Pringles.
I'm sorry?
Pringles.
Go on.
You said canned. I'm sorry.
Andrew, do you want to leave? You can just walk out the door if you want. I'll do the same.
I was just thinking about it.
I love Pringles.
What do you want to do?
Andrew, I want to shake your hand. That was so well done.
Yes, we're shaking hands like normal people. I say, what do you want to do? But having listened to that and be like, okay, I don't really know what I'm talking about. I always want to be pretty vigilant about the way that I talk about my philosophy towards things because they're very subject to change.
Sure.
Unlike my opinion of that barber, because let's just say we didn't click, and I ain't talking about the Adam Sandler movie.
And finish it, and I ain't talking what?
The Adam Sandler movie.
Andrew, we need to talk about this. We can't just let that happen.
No, I hope that guy. I hope
Andrew
that
was referencing the 2008.
I genuinely hope my barber not only is doing well, but is flourishing.
Look at your handsome sweater. I'm like just now noticing.
I love this cardigan.
You look so
Take
nice.
30% off of it because there's a giant hole. I get all my undershirts from Uniqlo. So if anybody on the Uniqlo team is listening.
Oh, Uniqlo? How do you say it?
Not Garrett butchering every brand under the sun's name for 17
Hey,
hours.
you want me to say it right? You pay up, okay? We got.
They're just
sponsors.
like no. We're good.
Like someone at
You already gave us enough promo because people can Google it. Like the way it sounded, it does kind of sound like the name.
Someone at Uniqlo headquarters right now. Hey, Garrett Watts, Sweet Boys, make sure that we never ever give him 1 cent ever. What is a seemingly mundane question you can ask someone that will tell you a lot about their personality?
Is that a question?
Yes.
Boom.
Andrew, that
Boom.
is so smart. I get it. That is so
Yeah,
interesting.
right?
You should be the president. Wait a minute. You didn't have that spider on your head before, Andrew.
What are you talking about?
You have a spider on your head now.
What are you doing
Isn't
up here?
that crazy?
What are you doing? You could fall.
Brother, we're in sponsorship mode at this very moment.
Put him back down there.
Is he safe?
Good now.
Ugh.
Safe on the couch.
If I had a little pet bunny, he would be so safe, man. I'd protect that little bad boy. Werewolves, coyotes, stray frisbees, nothing would hit my little sweetie.
Werewolves? Just I want you to think about a werewolf throwing a frisbee. Think about it right now.
Oh, I would throw a frisbee with a werewolf all day and all night. Because they have frisbees that glow. Oh, Andrew, enough about werewolves and frisbees. I need to tell you something. I've tasted it and I'd never lie to you because you know that I love you. Sorry, I got a little bit heated there. Oh, Andrew, I'm sorry. That was too much of a ride, wasn't it? Well, Green Chef is owned by HelloFresh, so you can use both for more variety. And our listeners could enjoy both brands at a discount. How fun is that?
10 out of 10 fun.
Ugh, I love agreeing with my friend. You want to get back to the podcast?
How do we get back?
Well, I could just snap my fingers like this.
We're going wildberry. We're going cherry. Okay.
Andrew,
we're thinking about going brown sugar, and then we're going, I had too many of those in kindergarten. We're putting it back on the shelf. $100 worth. That's like at least 15 boxes of Pop-tarts.
Favorite Pop-tart. I think I know this about you. You say my favorite. I'll say your favorite on the count of 3, and not 1, 2, 3 after, but on 3. You ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, cherry.
First of all, that made no sense.
Really?
Not after 3, but on 3. 1, 2, 3, and then you say it.
Oh, no.
You said cherry?
I thought yours would be cherry.
Oh, we're saying each other's.
Yes, each other's.
The most confusing thing that's happened in the last 28 years.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
I don't even know what we're doing, and I don't know when we're saying it.
You have to say the name of my favorite Pop-tart, and I have to say the name of your favorite Pop-tart, even though everyone already knows my answer, on the count of 3, on the T of 3, and this time I'll do it correctly. Here we go.
Hold on a second. Let me think about this. I think in Washington, you got maybe...
Don't say it. You have to say it on 3.
No, I'm trying to process it, though. I'm trying to think. Okay, all right. Let's do it. I think this is inaccurate, but okay. I'm just for something to say, just so this can be over sooner than later.
If it's inaccurate, I'm gonna freak out. I'm warning you.
Well, I got it. Let's do it.
All quiet.
I think I know what it is. I just changed it.
Since
but
everyone knows that my answer is literally already cherry for Andrew, I'll just quietly say it so his can be more prominent. 1, 2, 3.
brown sugar.
Brother.
Don't say strawberry because I just changed from strawberry to brown sugar.
Andrew, you are 100% accurate.
Cool.
It is brown sugar. My mother, who I friggin' love, I'm a mama's boy. Every Christmas, she would put brown sugar Pop-tarts in our stockings.
I can't wait to go camping with you, and like you kind of are like you're really prepared when it comes to sort of like the sleeping arrangements and the tents and everything. And I'm like, oh, I really appreciate the firewood, but of course he kind of just like forgot like the fact that we need like a bunch of food, so you only got a couple things. And I was like, I kind of thought that might happen.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it, but I did get some snack stuff.
And I go, oh, well, what kind?
Because that's kind of in true kind of mother-like fashion. I go,
Yeah.
nah, you're gonna get hungry,
Yeah.
right? So then I get these snacks. And
Yeah.
lo and behold, there's the wild berry, and you go, out of all the Pop-tarts you could have got, I go, hey, that was for me. I know you don't like that. You're welcome to some, but of course, whatever.
Yeah.
Then you get tired of eating the peanuts after a while, and then one night, surely enough, like I'm sleeping and like
You hear-
another tent, but close enough to where I just hear like, and I'm like, what is that noise? And then I get up, and surely enough,
No. You get up.
it's not what you think. It's not what you think. And I go, oh, really? Looks like you got hungry. And it looks like you realized in that moment that wildberry Pop-tarts aren't bad enough to
kick off a cliff. To kick off a cliff. Yeah, that would be you hearing the little crinkling of the silver, and then you'd go, Garrett, are you awake? And I'd go, I put on a voice. I go, yeah, I am now. What's up? And you go, I think there's like an animal going through our food. And I'd go, oh, yeah, I'll check.
Yeah.
And then you hear them get set down.
The idea of a raccoon with the raccoon hands like opening up a wild berry Pop-tart and looking at it and go,
Freak.
shoot. Thought they were brown sugar.
Tyler Lautner wasn't Tyler Lautner?
Taylor Lautner.
Taylor Lautner got fake fan.
Name
here.
butcher number 7.
Tyler Lautner was not in it, which is crazy. All right.
Taylor.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Well,
I'm as serious as
I'm
an
an-
XM
I'm a
radio,
Robert-
brother. I'm as serious as an XM radio.
he repeated it. No, I'm kidding.
I was going to say, I'm so hungry right now that I don't know if it's just the hunger that's eliciting this desire, but
Yeah.
the idea of vanilla ice cream and just like 4 different Pop-Tarts, like wild berry, cherry, strawberry. I'd make sure the Pop-Tarts all were like a little bit in sync, right?
This is the best idea you've ever had.
Blended it up. Listen,
Oh, and you're listening to NSYNC while you eat the NSYNC Pop-Tarts in the ice cream?
Garrett's mom is coming into town for a second because she's a flight attendant. She'll be over here for the night.
My mom is coming into town, yes, and I should call her because she said she was getting in at 7, but like me, she's not so good with times. Embarrass me, Mom. Sorry, that's my mommy.
Get away.
I'm so close to Andrew
Back
right now.
up at
Sorry,
least 2
that's my little mommy. She's wacky.
Get to back up at least 1.5 feet.
I love my mom so much. I've never been in your camera space, really. This is weird.
Well, it's usually items.
Oh, we both share items in each other's camera spaces. I gotta go pick up my mommy. Just kidding. I don't actually say mommy. I'm just doing this to make Andrew cringe.
Remember picking up people at airports? I'm not kidding. And people are going to be like, we don't really care. Also, we don't believe you. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm going to say what I'm going to say. This water.
He said what he said.
This water
Yeah.
tastes like when you go to the ball game and you get salted shelled peanuts.
Yeah.
Drink all of it minus a few things of ice. Let that melt. Put water in it from the faucet. And then at the bottom, just give it a little
Oh, it's like I could feel like my energy levels as you're speaking just
understand.
just escaping. Just
Well, that's
plump-
good because their sleeping patterns are way off track. And
Oh.
it would be really good to get a good night's rest tonight. So me doing that is going to move your bedtime up. So I'm going to keep on doing it. So I assume you could add some salt in there if you really wanted to go crazy.
Our sleep schedules right now. Andrew and I's sleep schedules are just criminally bad right now. In my case, because I played the new Resident Evil demo on my PlayStation 5 3 times last night, I forgot to tell you.
I didn't go to sleep till about 4:30.
Okay. What were you doing last night?
I was cutting my hair. And then I woke up and I realized how bad it looked and I cut it again.
Andrew, it looks wonderful.
That's because I cut it again.
Okay.
Oh gosh, now we're looping back to the hair cutting situation, of course.
Ooh.
At the end of the episodes from now on, I think we do wrap up mode. Is there anything that's on the table? What were you gonna say about last night? Real quick, it's like a 60-second thing. And if you can't get it in the first 60 seconds, in the 60-second window, then it carries over to next episode. It's the first thing we have to talk about.
Very weird game that we have to
Okay, I want to say something right now. The fact that you just called that weird is crazy because that is a very, very, very well laid out, well produced, and dare I say necessary thing. And I just think that the fact that you don't appreciate it is making me sad. I'm thinking about those words, and I'll be carrying that with me by the time I leave. I'm going to be in my car and be driving back home and be thinking about Garrett and like my 60-second window wrap-up mode idea. And I think that that's pretty crazy because I think that the reason why we need a wrap-up mode is honestly his fault in the first place, which is pretty telling because he wouldn't like it because, of course, he doesn't want it to show that he's the one who's getting a drink of the time.
Pumpkin lasagna.
Oh, really?
And by the way, I think you're wonderful.
Thanks.
You're kind of bulletproof in my head. Pumpkin lasagna. I had a really nice pumpkin lasagna that was so good once.
That much?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you for joining us for this episode. Andrew, that's a really great idea. Your game is wonderful. And wrap up mode.